Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I have a pretty cool video that I want to share with you guys over RMP mirrors. We are both really high MMR, I think like 26 to 2700 range in both RMPs. I think we went 2 wins and 2 losses yesterday, so I'm going to go over some of the wins and some of the losses and really just breaking down these games as slow as I can for you guys. I'm playing with Schwapex and Xaryu and myself, obviously, and we are playing Itachi, which is Samayam, Gex, and I think the rogue is Roasties, and they are playing the fire version of the composition. We are playing the arcane version of the composition, and kind of just want to go over the back and forth kind of offensive and defensive swaps, because RMP is, in my opinion, some of the most exciting gameplay there is, because any of the 3 can die. Right away, I'm going to go over the micro here in this opener. I wait as long as I can to invis. My rogue is sprinting at the mage, okay? My rogue wants to sap the mage. Their rogue wants to sap me. Whatever rogue gets the sap on the other mage first kind of has the advantage, right? I have an invis that's instant cast, so when the mage goes invis, I'm going to also go invis. If I can get a later invis, it's better, but if I go too late, then I get sapped and he doesn't, and then they're going to get the opener. So it's kind of like a meta mind game on who is getting that sap first, who is going to invis later. He goes his invis, I run away to gain a little bit more time, because if the rogue's running at me, then if I'm running away from him in stealth, I'm getting that little fraction of a second closer, and then I get that invis. Right away, I stop the poly on my priest by locking out the mage. Okay, my rogue is being opened on. He still has trinket, cloak, whatever he needs, which he can use in the opener, because that's a pretty good opener onto him. He's getting pretty low. He does decide to trinket, so we have to, like, right away defensively, what we're thinking is they want to kill our rogue in a bomb next go, because they didn't use bomb and he has no trinket. Keep that in mind, right? Offensively, what we're thinking is, okay, we want to set up on their mage, because their rogue still has trinket. We want to set up on their mage. We get that full blind onto the priest. I mass invis. Maybe we'll try to follow that with a sheep or a poly. Trying to juke a kick or 2 here. Get full kidney shot. Could trinket if I wanted. The smoke bomb comes out, but it looks like I'm fine. So I don't want to put words in these guys' mouths, but it seems like a huge blunder by them to smoke bomb me when I still have trinket, when I still have block, and their mage is cheap shotted when he smoked bombed. So there's no really reason for that smoke there, it seems. So I held my trinket even. I was like, I think I'm fine. I'm not even gonna trinket, not gonna block. Their mage didn't connect any damage. Rogue wasn't using much at all either. I think this would have been a much better bomb on our rogue, personally. We get that counter pressure though onto their mage, the full blind into the full kidney shot. Priest does decide to trinket that, and the pain suppression comes out from the priest. The temp shield comes out from the mage. The priest uses his trinket as well. So we have a lot offensively like going for us right now. And the mage is low HP, but right here, guys, is where it's kind of turning. Okay, we used all of our CC. The rogue is on stun DR. The priest is on stun DR and on blind DR. This is where I'm kind of playing back, running, playing far, right? I don't want them to be able to, get anything too free on Xaryu or get anything too free on me. We get a nice grip on the smoke bomb there. So we get a stun onto Scary Monster. This is Roasties, I believe. He gets the grip onto the smoke bomb. So beautiful grip there by Gex, keeping the rogue safe. And once again, I don't think it's a good smoke bomb by us, because the rogue still had a trinket. And if anything, it just forces rogue's trinket, which we don't really care about that as much. So I don't like this smoke bomb, and I didn't like their smoke bomb either. So both smokes didn't seem the greatest. Keeping the slow on the rogue and the mage as much as I can. I really want you guys to pay attention to this counter spell right here. This is what's allowing me to either free cast or fake. If the counter spell's up, I'm going to be faking a lot as arcane, faking the polymorphs, faking the arcane missiles. If it's not up, I can free cast, right? So it really just depends on whether this counter spell is on or off cooldown. And since it was off cooldown, landed that full sheep onto the priest, allowing us to actually go offensive a little bit here. My rogue gets very low. He is playing sheet death, I think, so even though he's super low, priest is coming out of CC and he still has that sheet death. Get the full sheep into the half sheep. So much damage coming into Itachi here. Now with the arcane orb connecting, Cauterize does proc, and the mage does get forced into that ice block. So right there, that was almost a solo go by me. I want to rewind and kind of just show you guys how that all came about. My rogue is in the kidney shot. I could have peeled the rogue or the mage, which would have been a fine option. If I sheeped the mage or even sheeped the rogue here and just peeled, it would have been actually pretty good. But instead, like before, like right here, I was already casting the polymorph on the priest, right? And my rogue was fine, right? I didn't know they were going to go on my rogue. So boom, the poly lands right here. And then the kidney shot lands. So here I'm like, okay, I mean, I can either sheep the mage, but then the poly on the priest breaks, or I can get a lot of counter pressure and decide to go for counter pressure, popping cooldowns onto the mage, getting him very low, popping arcane power, presence of mind, double blast, and all of my missiles into this mage, get a resheep onto the priest. My rogue ends up surviving, and look at all those missiles just connecting into Itachi. Then with the orb coming out, cauterize procs, and then even more missiles, boom, there's the ice block. So all of that came off of just my rogue was in trouble, but I turned the pressure around back onto them. The cheap, great peels here by Schwapek. So the kidney shot onto the priest. Okay, the cheap shot onto the rogue. This allows, my priest to push him for a fear. This allows me to go much more easily for a sheep or some type of CC. It's really good, really nice cross CC here, and we get a little bit more damage on the mage, and he goes down. So a lot of good plays there, couple blunders from both sides, but overall, really fun match. Okay, here we are fighting them again on Tiger's Peak Arena. I think this might have been one of our losses, but once again, I'm playing Arcane, they're playing Fire, kind of the same opener, right? Same reason, I'm running back away from the Rogue as their Mage goes Invis to get to squeeze a little bit more value out of my Invis, running away, get that full Invis. Now I'm just trying to target either the Rogue or the Mage and get an opener. My Rogue actually does get found, so 0 for 2 here on the Schwapek openers. The poly does come out. I mass Invis, but I really should have locked that poly. That's a huge mistake on my part, right? I should have locked that poly out of stealth, and my priest would not have been sheep right now, and my rogue maybe wouldn't have had the trinket right there. Get the poly onto the mage. Kind of a bad opener for us overall. Kidney shot comes out on the priest, trying to juke the kick, as you see me faking 3 or 4 times there, but I managed. I want to go over this. So I'm casting poly and faking, right? Because the mage has a counter spell available. He had that trinket, so I was thinking he might go ahead and trinket that. But right here, I blink and Blood Elf silence the priest, so the priest can't premonition my polymorph. I actually land the Blood Elf silence on the mage as well, and then I blink away to not get stopped by the rogue, and I get the full polymorph. So the blink to the priest to belf him so he can't death, and blink away so I'm not getting stopped by the mage or the rogue is really, really crucial, right? That double blink was pretty awesome. We get that full blind, the priest trinkets the full blind, so now we get the mage's trinket, we get the priest trinket. I get bombed though, and I could have, I blocked here. I think this is bad. I should have just trinket tempt and blinked out and saved my ice block. Personally, I think that that would have been a much better play than just ice blocking. So not the greatest play by me, but it worked out. Now I'm double blinking back to my priest and just completely kiting, right? Schwap gets swapped onto, priest gets full sheep. He does go ahead and shrink at that. And now the pressure's turned back onto me. I do get step kick, nice step kick there by their rogue. Blind comes out onto my priest. So look how far I'm running, guys. Blind comes out onto my priest. He has no trinket. I have no ice block. Rogue obviously wants to come and kill me. I just blink super far. I'm Arcane. I can get back there. Even pre-pop my temp shield in case he stuns me. The Ring of Frost comes after the blind. Look how far I'm running still, guys. Remember, I have displacement for 9 more seconds. I can blink back whenever I want. I'm just hanging out in the corner of the map. More CC. Sheep comes out. Mind Control comes out. Now is when I blink back when that rogue gets the restealth, because I didn't want him to open up onto me before that displacement ran out. Now full kidney shot comes out, mass invis going for a full polymorph onto the priest here. We get that full fear instead. Pain suppression does come out. Pressure turns back onto me. That's when I use my trinket. Don't know if I needed the trinket there. My priest was counterspelled, but there wasn't any hard CC like a polymorph. Counterspell doesn't matter too much for a disc priest because they always have either shadow or holy to cast in. I do full sheep Gex, but he does premonition or shadow or death that full sheep, which is a little unfortunate. Well played by him. Sheep the priest and then Nova the rogue. Nova's a great way to just CC people. Rogue does vanish out of that though. Full sheep onto my priest, and once again, guys, same idea here. My priest is in the full sheep. I'm running really, really far away, right? I am completely crossing the map, spamming slow on the rogue, sheeping the rogue out of line of sight. Looks like I'll be completely fine now. And now I can come back in a little bit, keeping that rogue in combat, making sure to keep that, switch my focus to the rogue, sheep the rogue again, switch the focus back to the priest, trying to juke the counterspell here so I can full polymorph. He's not really going for the jukes though. I have kick available. I want to lock him. He wants to lock me type of a thing. So it's a really, it's a counterspell mind game going on right now. Have that slow available as well. Want to keep everything slow. The cheap shot coming back onto me, but here, they set up a beautiful kill here. So the full kidney shot onto my priest, the mind control onto my rogue, and now they go onto me, but I kind of see that it's happening, and I pre-temp right as the sun lands. So look at the pre-temp right here, pre-temp right as the stun goes. which was a nice play because look, the full sheep comes out to my priest. I get to 1%, and that pre-temp pretty much saved my life right there. I blink away. Have a little bit more damage coming out onto everything. The mage still has ice block available, has cauterize available, so offensively we're really not making it happen this game. We're playing kind of on the back foot ever since the opener. These guys have really kind of just had control of this entire game, so well played by them. Dragon's Breath comes out into the full polymorph, and the mind control. So once again, exact same setup as last time. The mind control, the kidney shot. Rogue now trinkets to peel for me. And that is going to be very, very crucial if we want to keep an eye on that. My rogue doesn't have trinket now. I still have mass invisibility if I need, or greater invisibility rather, which acts as like a shield wall if I need that. So I should be okay. Pressure is now turning back around. Mage has no trinket. Priest has no trinket. We just got that with the blind onto the priest. So if we do 1 or 2 more good goes, we could win this game. I'm in a little bit of trouble. My priest gets full blinded. Does trinket that blind though. My rogue now half HP as well. So we want to keep an eye out for that cheap shot coming out. Blood Elf silence the polymorph attempt. Counterspell the polymorph attempt. So nice job there. Sheeping the rogue now. Overall, that was all good. So we stopped the 2 CC attempts. My priest didn't get CC'd, but my rogue just went down because he was already floating at such low HP, and he didn't have the trinket because he used the trinket last game to peel for, or the last go, not the last game, to peel for me. So good game there, back and forth, but overall they had control most of that match, and I think a lot of that stemmed from the opener. And on top of that, I think if I don't need the peel, or if I don't need the trinket from my rogue, I think my rogue might have been able to hold his trinket, because I think I would have been okay. And then if he still had his trinket, he wouldn't have died there. And we were gaining momentum slowly. We might have lost the game anyway, though. It looked like they were pretty in charge most of that match. Alright guys, here hopping into a third game on Dalaran Arena, fighting the same exact team, same exact specs. We actually had like a little series against these guys yesterday, which was so much fun, and same exact thing going on here. He gets the sap, I get the invis. This is the opener we are looking for, right? Mage is full zapped, I'm in stealth. I can free sheep the priest here, getting a huge opener onto their mage. I get cheap shotted, trinket immediately offensively. I'm like, screw it. We get the fear onto the rogue. I fake the counter spell, I think right here. So I'm casting polymorph, stop casting, fake the counter spell, resheep the priest. Mage gets very low, 4% life, 6% life. Is the caught gonna proc? There it is. Caught procs, and he blocks, which is a little unfortunate. If he would have blocked before the cauterize, he still would have had that cauterize available. So little blunder by their mage. Full blind comes out on the priest, though he does trinket it. So right in the opener, guys, we got block, caught, and priest trinket. All because why? We got that sap in the opener. So crucial in those RMP games to get that sap on the other mage if you can, right? Getting the slows onto all 3 of them, really just spreading slows as arcane is very, very important, and kind of just resetting, right? Because that was our go. I want to pause this. That was our go. Now it's our turn to play defensive before stun DRs come back up. Sheep DR on the priest is still immune for 3 seconds. The mage just came off stun DR, so we want to play back just for a second, kind of stop their go, bait their go, and then go offensive. Once again, they want to go me. So look how I'm playing, guys. I'm playing down below far. Their priest is too far to get anything on me. Or on my priest. Their mage can't even hit me because I'm out of line of sight. If I get stunned right here, I'm not even mad because I'm out of line of sight of everything. I'm not going to die solo to a rogue, especially with my priest here just being able to heal me. So my positioning is very, very deliberate, right? I want it like this on purpose. Fake the kick from the rogue, full polymorph onto the rogue, slows onto the mage, ton of damage. Fake the kick from the mage there as well. Wow. So fake the kick from the rogue and fake the kick from the mage. This is just a fake city. Full bomb comes out, full sheep comes out, and this is pretty much going to be the end of the game. Mage very low HP, priest coming out of the polymorph, mage very low, and he does eventually go down. I was like, wait, does he not die there? I was like a little stuttering for a second. There it is, guys. That was our best game so far. We got the full sheep. We got every kick was pretty much juked when it mattered, and we got the long CC chain and took out the mage. Guys, if you enjoyed this RMP versus RMP breakdown, make sure to thumbs the video up. I think we are the 2 highest RMPs queuing in the US right now, so pretty awesome to be able to break down games from both sides. Well played. I think we went 2-2 in total, but I didn't put that other game in there because time is going rather long. But I think we went 2-2. These guys, well played to them, well played to us. I think that was just a fun series. Look forward to playing them again. Thumbs the video down if you didn't like it. Talk to me in the comments below about what you guys want to see for next time, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.